Okay, so in part one, I showed you how you can create Canva frames to upload on Etsy and earn you a couple of $100 to $1,000 a month. Well, in today's video, which is part two, I'm gonna show you how to take those Canva frames and then upload them into Etsy. What's up, good people? It's your girl Alex here, and listen, I'm all about turning your self-made skills into a profit. I know firsthand that not a lot of people want physical inventory, okay? Listen, it's either not in your budget, it's not your season, okay? And frankly, you may not just want to have it, and that is okay. So when it comes to passive income, I think that what it really comes down to is knowing how to create an actual product that can earn you money passively, right? I feel like that's the block when it comes to people actually thinking about a product and then actually getting and executing to make that product. So without further ado, I'm going to show you how you can take your Canva frame and then upload it into Etsy. All right, so I'm back in Canva, and I just wanted to let you know that if you see a lot of things that are labeled tests, that's just for this video, so don't worry about that. Okay, so what I wanted to start with in Canva is pretty much give you an idea of how a digital file listing can look like if this is your first time. Now, I do want to preface that everything is subjective. What may look good to me may not look good to you, and that's perfectly okay. So again, just for the sake of this video, just wanted to give you an idea. So I just created 3 Canva frames here, and these are the letters that I chose, just simple ABC. Now moving on past slide 3, I went ahead and just started creating my actual listing photo cards, pictures, whatever you want to call them. And so basically this is going to give you an idea of how you can actually advertise these frames. So the first slide, I just listed all of the frames, and I went ahead and added a pattern, so that way this is going to be the thumbnail. When I upload it to Etsy, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about, so just bear with me. And then moving on, I went ahead and gave like a different type of advertising, and when it came to how you can design this frame, just simply adding a pattern. This is like a glitter texture, if you guys can't tell. Let me just zoom in real quick. So this is a glitter texture, so just add more oomph, I guess, just more creativity, more style. And then for my next card, I went ahead and advertise the frame as like on a product, because a lot of times people like to see how is this product going to look on XYZ, a shirt, a mug, a lot of things. So they can use this frame for sublimation, DTF, heat press, you name it. Canva frames are so flexible when it comes to creating. It's a really good way to provide a service for people. So I say that to say you want to like showcase your frame on a product in case that's a buyer's intention. So you want to be able to show them what that'll look like. And so after that, I just went ahead and just talked about what the customer is going to get. So just to really make it plain and simple, this is a digital file only. I know this may sound crazy, you guys, but you still have to preface this, right? Not a lot of people are in your head when it comes to designing, so you want to make sure that you just let them know that, hey, remember, you're not getting a physical product. This is totally digital. Please do not expect anything at your house, at your door. This is all digital. And then moving down, I just talk about the file features. I would say this is a good way to showcase the product because some people are also not tech savvy. You have to kind of think on like a 4th grade level sometimes when it comes to designing, and you want to just provide so much up front in case your buyer doesn't read your full description, right? Because that's real too. So I went ahead and just visually represented what they'll get when it comes to this digital file. You got the zip file, and then when you right click to open that zip file, right, then you'll receive all of the individual frames. So that's how you can let them know what they'll get. When they download it, they should see like a little zip file right at the end. Let's just say if they're using Chrome, and you know how Chrome, when it comes to downloads, Chrome will give you like this little box for download. So you'll know that you have a download there, and it'll be a zip file. So you want to show them how they can access that. And then moving on, I just mentioned customer service. If there's anything that they have questions, please do not hesitate to contact. You want to be very friendly and very like customer service oriented when it comes to your shop. Like if this is a business you want to take seriously, you want to put that out there that you kind of have like this open door policy, right, when it comes to your products and your business. And then the last card is just appreciation, thank you, all that good stuff. Now again, I mentioned this is from my own like visual, representation. You can make this look like however you want to. Now I'm going to go to Etsy. I already downloaded all of these. I just wanted to show you guys an idea of how you can put a listing together for a digital product. So now let me go ahead and move to Etsy. Okay, so now we're in Etsy. Etsy. And just for again the sake of this video, y'all, this is a fake store, okay? I do not have any real data on here. This is merely for you to learn how to, you know, get comfortable with Etsy. So my store looks like this because I haven't gone through all of like the checklist steps. I don't care about that, to be honest. So for right now, let's go ahead and upload that listing that we just made on Canva, so to speak. Real quick before I add this listing, I wanted to mention how when you first get to Etsy, you actually may not see this page. What you'll probably see is your dashboard, because that's what Etsy defaults to, okay? So if this is what you see, in case you're following along, all you have to do to upload a listing is go over here to your left-hand menu and select listing, and now you get to this page that I started in to actually upload that listing. So in the right-hand corner, I'm gonna go to add listing. Now Etsy has switched up on us, okay? She's giving us a whole new interface. So for today's video, to make it fun, I'm gonna go ahead and actually just utilize this new interface, because moving forward, this may be the change that we all have to get used to. So you might as well just know it now, okay? So, but as y'all can see here, if you want to switch to the old version, in case you're not new to Etsy, you are more than welcome to. They do not like tell you you have to keep this permanently. If you want to change it to the old version, you definitely can. But I feel like because we're just in this new age, let's go ahead and learn the new interface. So this is what it looks like. I've seen it before, but I'm still navigating through. So at the top, you just go ahead and title your product. So this is a Canva frame, and something that I like to always mention is that this is a custom Canva frame, okay? You can also say custom, or you can say Canva frame template. You could do Canva frames with an S. I misspelled templates, hold on. And so on and so forth. I'm not gonna dive into too much of this right now because I wanna actually just show you all of this. So once you fill out your title, and you have up to 140 characters, now you wanna go ahead and upload your photos, right, for your listing, right? Because this is pretty much the stage. Like, this is where you advertise and promote your product. I'm gonna go ahead and click this plus sign here and upload my listings. Okay, so my photos have uploaded, but I'm not liking this order, so super easy. I'm just gonna drag the order, and then when I hover over the box, if you guys see how it tells you which box is just the next number. So it's in sequential order, right? So that's slide number 2. And I also want to mention that you can add different types of patterns to slide number 3, and everything else looks fine. Basically what I do, and this is my own personal preference, I always make sure that the thank you photo card is last. I just feel like that's how you just really close off that listing. So that's what I do, okay? And so moving down here, it shows you what your thumbnail will look like. This is perfect, you guys. So what this means is this is what your customers are gonna see. Not only can they see that, you know, the actual product, but they can see that you can add any pattern. Now this is where you're gonna add in a description. I have a fake description, so bear with me. Let me put that in here really quickly. And so for my description, let me know, this is a good opportunity. If you guys want a separate video on Etsy descriptions or how you can optimize them, just go ahead and comment down below for me, okay? So that way I know that this is content you like seeing. But this is my description. I just went ahead and typed in just something honestly off top of my head, like case in point, I give like instructions, how you can actually work the product, how you can get this Canva product. I put a little bit about the product in the beginning. All files are designed using the beginner-friendly Canva software, okay? File type, personal use only. So basically, you want to also be sure to buyers that if this is something that you don't want them to use for commercial use, like basically can't nobody buy this product to resell as the original file, okay? So I basically made sure they knew that this is only for personal use. You can use it in a way, and I can change that too, but basically you can't just buy this and repurpose it for yourself to sell for yourself. Like, that's just not gonna happen. So that's what that means. And then I just mentioned a few more disclaimers. Down here towards the bottom, what I wanna recommend real quick is that when it comes to really optimizing your shop and getting more traffic, I would add your whole Etsy shop URL, because there are some buyers that get invested when it comes to shopping with you, and they want to know what else you sell. So it's not going to hurt you by adding your shop URL at the bottom. If anything, it's going to help you get more clicks, get more visibility. So just want to sprinkle that little gem in there. And then at the bottom here, this isn't a personalized listing, so this does not have to be touched. When it comes to your price, of course, you set your price that you think is going to be fair to you and how much work you put into making these. So just for on a humbug, let's just do 5. Quantity, this can be a forever thing almost. So I'll just do 999. Okay, a lot. If you offer different sizes, you can, you know, add variations and stuff like that. Down here under details, this is where you fill in like the core essentials about your listing. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on this. You can select who made it, if it was you, a member of your shop, or somebody else in your company. That's fine. You can do if this is a finished product or supply tool to make things. It's a finished product. And then you want to also select when did you make it, which a lot of times I feel like 2020 to 2023 is fine until we get into 2024. So that is it. I really don't pay attention to the production partners listing, so I'm not going to focus on that today. And so now, so again, this is their new interface. So now it's asking us, okay, switch to a digital listing, asking you, are you sure? If you are sure, all you do is hit yes, apply, and now you are good to go. Okay, so once you switch your listing from physical to digital, Etsy's going to allow you to actually upload those digital files, so when the buyers purchase them, it just downloads for them right away. Okay, so right here I'm going to add that file. I'm going to get to find those real quick. And now, as I mentioned earlier, when it comes to a zip file, I feel like it's easier if you have a lot of files to compress them, so you can already upload them as a zip file and you're not just adding so many individual. And you also can't add too many because Etsy only allows you to upload 5. So in this instance, if you have, like, let's just say a bundle, so if you have A through Z for this frame, it's best to break those letters up and compress them, so that way they're already a zip file and it's just easier, you're more organized and things like that. Now you want to also determine the category, but also this leads me to a good point, because if you want to know what's the best category to actually like house digital files, then go ahead and subscribe, okay? Because I'm making a video of that next, so that way you guys can know how to categorize your digital listings. So from here, I'm just gonna go ahead and type in digital templates. I'm gonna select the one that says design and template. So right here, the 4th one down, hit done, and that's gonna be that. So that way this basically is where Etsy files your listing, okay? So just think of like a file cabinet, right? The envelopes, this is where it's gonna file your product. Primary color, I'm gonna say for attributes, it doesn't hurt to add in as much information as you can, because this actually helps the Etsy algorithm and when it comes to strengthening your listing. So if you know the primary color, go ahead and dictate that. I know when it comes to Canva frames, this may be a little bit weird, you know, because it's like, well, the frame itself can be colored as so many things. So what is it initially? So for today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that blank. Unless this is a file that you know can be used for something, you can go ahead and, like, you know, determine the occasion. You never know, somebody can use this file to gift and make like birthday party, you know, products. So if you just find birthday, that can be housed here. If it's a, you know, frame for a holiday, you can determine what holiday that is here. And then now we're gonna go to the tags. So I'm gonna fill these out super quickly and then keep going until we're finished. Okay, so I just did 4 for now. You can do up to 13, and I highly recommend you fill out every single tag, you guys. Like, you never want to miss an opportunity to get, you know, visibility. Since this is a digital product, you don't have to worry about material because, I mean, it's digital, so they're not going to receive anything, right? So you can skip that. Now, because it is a digital product, this shipping section should not be expanded for you. If you notice your section is expanded and it has things that you need to input, you haven't changed your listing to digital. That should be the only reason you're seeing that, because when it's a digital listing, you should not be seeing anything regarding shipping. And then when it comes to returns and exchanges, this is something you can also dictate, letting people know if you have an issue with the order, instead of returning it, I can just fix it for you, or you can exchange it, right? Simple as that. And then you can actually label like what section your listing is going to be in if you want to do this. You can do this on the fly inside the listing, which I think is nice, because sometimes a listing can go into so many different sections, or you may not have a section made just yet. So I really like this feature on Etsy because it's one of those on the fly additions of, oh, I don't even have like a list or a section to put this listing in and I want to add it. So for the sake of this video, let me go ahead and do Canva frame, right? Canva frame. And then you can determine if this listing is going to be an automatic, to where each time around the same year, is it going to automatically renew according to Etsy system, or do you have to go in and renew it yourself? I would suggest you do automatic, because if you plan on doing this for a while, you want to do automatic, okay? So that is it, okay? When it comes to actually filling out the listing, I'm going to go ahead and publish to see what this looks like on the front end and what buyers see. Okay, so now we have our listing. It looks perfect. It's very legible. Nothing's cutting off, okay? And it looks exactly how it needs to look when it comes to, you know, promoting your Canva frame. And that's pretty much it when it comes to uploading it to Etsy. Okay, so now that you've uploaded this listing, you can just repeat this process to upload multiple digital files on Etsy. And truth be told, even if this process is not for you, this method can still apply when it comes to uploading any type of digital file here on Etsy. If you missed part 1, I'll leave that video right here, so that way you can click on it and learn how to actually make the Canva frames from scratch. But other than that, that is it for today's video, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe if you're liking the vibe, and I'm gonna catch you in my next video. Bye, y'all.